Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Time to talk sports with a local and my good friend, John MacBeth, who at the moment is just having a little bit of break in the... where are you again? Where are you exactly?
I'm in the Wairarapa, just a couple of days trip over there. Just park up in Masterton at the moment, Ron. I haven't been over here for a while, and must say, having left Raumati this morning and got over to Martinborough, it was beautifully fine and sunny, but that sort of rubbishy weather's arrived over here now too, but not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. You'll be delighted at the club at Raumati that we've finally got up and playing a bit of bowls, which I think is great, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's fabulous. You know, people, I don't think many people understand how much sports clubs do help people, you know, and what an important part they play in people's lives. And, you know, in particular, I suppose, golf and bowls, where there are a lot of older players involved, men and women, and a lot of people who are by themselves, they find that their sports clubs are really, a big part of their lives. And a lot of people missed out on the camaraderie and the physical activity and so on with the COVID lockdown. So there's been a heck of a lot of smiles at all the bowls clubs around, I'm sure. But, you know, the one I'm involved in, and you're a member of too, Raumati, has, it really has been vibrant, and people are grinning and happy and just pleased to be back meeting up with people and playing bowls. It's been really exceptional, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a great little club, as you well know. And
we had some good news the other day because we have this event called the VC Cup, which is named after the Reverend Keith Elliott, who was a big fixture in the Kapiti area, particularly later in his life, and was a former patron of the former Raumati South Bowling Club. So the VC Cup has been played for several years, about, I don't know, it must be close to 20 years. This year we've attracted Alec Wiley, the former All Black and All Black coach, and his team from the Wood End Club down Christchurch Way, so that'll give us a little bit of excitement, I'm sure. But, you know, we sent the entries out 10 days ago, and it's full, so all 32 teams have filled their spots, so that'll be something special at the last weekend of August.
Yeah, it'd be good seeing that boy come up here. He's not frightened of drink still, is he? And he can play too. I
might take the weekend off.
Yeah, you should actually, when I think about it. Mind you, he's done the same with me when I used to go down there from up north. So yeah. Well, it is what it is. And speaking of rugby, which we're not now, but he was a great All Black.
Yep.
A pretty good start to the season, really. We'll forget about what went on there. Let's look at what's happening this weekend. And the Chiefs up against the Blues. Now, that'll be interesting. The Blues, in fact, haven't lost a game. That was their fifth game on the track. You know, people forget that.
They played really well against the Hurricanes too, and they are certainly a team which, you know, having sort of grinned earlier in the season when people were saying this is it, this is the Blues year, all those northern scribes kept saying that, they certainly did show plenty to suggest that they'll be there at the end of this. And the Chiefs, on the other hand, having gone in with huge hopes of beating the Highlanders at home in front of a big packed Forsyth Bar Stadium, will be at the other end of the scale thinking, right, what do we do to get back on track? Well, they know what they've got to do. And that's always a big contest, you know, the two neighbouring unions, the Blues and the Chiefs. So I think it's going to be an extremely interesting match. It's just taken a bit to get back into it, hasn't it, really, Ron, watching it? And, there were some people I noticed that thought the early game between the Chiefs and the Highlanders, which had played on Sky beforehand, a match from about 10 years ago, they thought that was the real deal. And they were wondering what was going on. And then someone recognised that Steve Walsh was the referee, and someone else said, I didn't realise Rico Gear had made a comeback, all that sort of stuff. So people have been away from the scene for a long time, and it's taken them a bit to catch up.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that happening.
Yeah.
Okay, the Hurricanes taking on the Crusaders, which should be a beauty, and the Hurricanes at home. I hope you're in time back to see it. What I want, though, John, from you, and you would have had the chance, just too much whistle in both those games. I mean, it was over 30 Over 30 giving away. I mean, you just can't go on doing that. You're killing the game doing it too early.
I wouldn't blame the referees, Ron. It's the players adapting to the laws, and the referees blow it as they see it, and you could see what was happening. The players were infringing, and they just have to adapt. The referees are being told what to look for. They were strict on it, and you would think that after about 10 penalties, the players would actually get to grips with it. But they continued to infringe, and not just in that Hurricanes game, but in the other one as well. So it's something that all of the teams over this last 7 days will have been working extremely hard on. You can't win games if you're giving penalties away like that. And I would imagine that from this week on, we won't see anywhere near that number of penalties that we saw last week. I certainly hope so, otherwise I won't be watching.
No, you did right, man, and I won't as well. I still think there's got to be a little bit of give and take, and those mauls. But anyway, it's the way it is.
Yeah, well, where do you take it to, though? You know, do you constantly warn players, constantly warn them, and then they think, well, we're going to get away with a warning here, and we're in a dangerous situation. We're in our own 22. Let's see if we can get away with it again. And you know, so I think, as they did in the COVID, you know, go hard, go early, and hopefully you get the right reaction.
Yeah, fair enough too. All right, mate, we'll catch up with you at the weekend anyway, playing.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, looking forward to it as well. You didn't get a chance last week, so you got a big chance this week.
No, we have our Championship 4s, which have been deferred because of the COVID lockdown. We had them scheduled for early April, so we're pleasantly surprised with the weather we've been getting. So it was a great weekend last weekend, and the weather forecast is good for this weekend as well.
Looks like it too. You enjoy your time in the Wairarapa, mate. We'll catch you there.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks, Ron. Cheers.
That is John MacBeth with us here on the beach.
106.3 Beach FM.